The narrative of King Saul's rejection by God is a poignant exploration of obedience and divine favor. Initially chosen as the first king of Israel, Saul stood tall and impressive, embodying the qualities the people sought. 1 Samuel 9:2 describes him as a handsome young man. There was not a man among the people of Israel more handsome than he. Yet despite his outward appearances and early victories, his downfall was rooted in a series of disobedient acts that culminated in God's withdrawal of support. God's first instance of disappointment came when Saul disobeyed divine instructions concerning the Amalekites. In 1 Samuel 15:3, God commanded Saul to go and strike Amalek and devote to destruction all that they have. However, Saul spared King Agag and kept the best of the livestock, showcasing a troubling trend of valuing human judgment over divine command. The pivotal moment occurs in 1 Samuel 15:10-11, where God expresses his regret for making Saul king, marking the beginning of Saul's spiritual decline and eventual rejection. The process of Saul's disobedience continued as he failed to wait for the prophet Samuel to offer sacrifices before a crucial battle. Instead, in 1 Samuel 13:8-14, Saul took it upon himself to perform what was reserved for Samuel, leading to the declaration that his kingdom would not endure. This act symbolized his growing impatience and disregard for God's order, establishing a theme of self-reliance that would further distance him from divine approval. As the narrative unfolds, Saul's descent into jealousy over David's rising favor highlights the profound consequences of his rejection. Driven by insecurity and fear, Saul's actions became desperate and increasingly violent, culminating in his violent pursuit of David. In 1 Samuel 18:8-9, we witness the transformation of Saul from a promising leader to a tormented king. The Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, leaving him vulnerable to despair and madness, illustrating the tragic fallout from disobedient choices. Ultimately, the rejection of Saul as king serves as a sobering reminder of the importance of aligning one's heart with God's will. In Proverbs 3:5, the scripture advises trust in the Lord and not in one's own understanding. Saul's life transitioned from elevated status to a tragic end, forever emphasizing that God seeks obedience and a heart aligned with his purposes over mere outward appearances. This biblical account teaches that God's decisions, though hard to understand, are deeply rooted in his divine wisdom.